Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber.
Thursday, August 18th, 4:30 p.m. New York time. Good afternoon. The futures markets close in another 30 minutes. The U.S. stock market's already closed. Let's do a recap of the futures market for the commodities. Yep, the commodities trade in the futures market. If you want to trade them as stocks, you have to trade their stock ETF, which is on the stock exchange, but we're looking at the futures. So let's look at the higher time frame on the monthly, and then we'll go down to the weekly. This is the last full week of the month, and then next week there'll be 3 trading days. Yeah, so we'll include both. First, we'll look at the category. Category, that's the buzzword, Sesame Street word, category. Energy, yeah, the energy sector. The energy category. Crude oil. Monthly candle. Lower high, lower low. The trend is down. Each candle red. We have tails on the bottom. Yeah. But again, we're still breaking those, making lower lows. Trading currently below $100. Got it? The trend is down. Let's look at the lower time frame, the faster time frame, the weekly. Switches over the weekly. Look at this. Red for the week, lower high, lower low. Big tail on the bottom. We're in this demand zone. And buyers are stepping here. Maybe we'll have a turning point by the end of this week. Okay, sit on hands and watch. If you want to trade bullish, the opportunity may be coming in here. Natural gas, monthly. Wow, inside range. We haven't taken out the higher low of last month. Let's put this down to the weekly. Switch to weekly now. Green for the week. Higher high, higher low. Huge rejection already on the top. Big tail on the top. Haven't taken out that prior high. But the trend is still up. That was energy. Let's go on to metals. The category called metals. Yep. The futures market, it's called metals. Category. First, we'll look at gold. So for the month, we did make a higher high. Zoom in. Rejected it and inside there. And look at this. The past several years, it's in this tight trading range. We're near the demand zone where the buyers were and the top sellers. Let's go put this in the faster time frame, the lower time frame, the weekly. So huge sell-off already for this week. We took out the low of last week. It's almost a solid body. If that happens to close like that for the week, that's extremely bearish. Yep, it looks like it might be engulfing those 2 candles as a shut-off candle. You want to call that like a seller shutoff, and coming down possibly midpoint. So that might be a potential entry to look for triggers to be buying. Midpoint right there. On to the next. Silver, also red for the month. Let's put this on the weekly. Makes sense. A lot of these commodities are selling off. Why? Because the US dollar is strong still. It's going high. It's been going higher. Yep. Same thing. Look at the silver. Huge down. Platinum forming a bearish pin bar. Here are the weekly. Yeah, big sell-off. That's interesting too, because this was a supply zone. Last week broke above it, closed above it. And now we couldn't even take out the high of last week, but we already took out the low. Huge sell-off. Well, all we need to see is the US dollar pull back, start selling off. One would expect these commodities, several of them, to go higher. Look at copper, small trading range. It's on the weekly. Inside candle for the week. That's good. So it hasn't taken out the higher low, and it's consolidation, breakout to the upside consolidation. It's a staircase pattern, higher, higher. Nice. There is a demand, certainly for copper more than the other metals, because we see it trending up. Nice. So that's a consolidation, breakout, consolidation, staircase pattern, higher, high. Let's double check this on the monthly again. Very nice. So that prior month was huge bullish pin bar. And look at that. Went right to the 50% of that. Nice. It might be the opportunity to start loading up on copper. Oh, you don't want to expose yourself to a lot of put capital, then buy one stock ETF of copper. Yep, there's stock ETFs that trade of this copper. And that's the way to get skin in the game. Go into the agricultural. Again, go to the higher time frame first, monthly. Corn, inside candle for the week. Take it down to the weekly. Yeah, also for the weekly inside candle. Very interesting. So obviously, there's not a sell-off in this. Still grinding up slower. Higher lows. Look at that inside candle. Let's just double check this on the monthly again. Yeah, inside candle. Interesting. Don't forget, corn has multiple uses. Some farmers grow corn for the seeds. Some farmers grow corn to use for ethanol in their gas. And some farmers grow corn for feed, for livestock. And other ones also grow it for the consumption by you and me. So it's a big product, this category, corn product, multiple uses. Wheat, monthly, look at that, massive sell-off the past several months. Already took out the low of last month and took out the swing lows. Put this to the weekly. Change the setting to drawings weekly. There we go. So on the weekly, we had a consolidation and break lower low, lower high. I can tell you on the fundamentals, Europe, the two biggest producers of wheat is Mother Russia and Babushka, Ukraine. Huge agricultural and energy nations. So since Mother Russia or Putin's army, no longer Mother Russia or Soviet, Mother Russia, Putin's army is letting Ukraine export wheat. Sure, there's more on the market now, so you're surprised the price goes lower. And as the dollar goes higher, prices goes lower. Yep. Soybean, inside candle for the week. For the month, sorry, the month. Now we're looking at the weekly. Just changed my drawings to the weekly. Massive consolidation. So there are buyers stepping in here around that 1400 and lower. Interesting. Look at that. Smaller trading range, each of these. Again, the current week's not done yet, but maybe building consolidation, or we are building consolidation, but maybe building a wedge to retest this demand zone or break above the supply zone. Live cattle up strong like bull. Wow, nice. Big breakout, big reversal. Put this on a weekly trade. Yep, look at that. Currently for the week, higher high, higher low, tiny trading range. So if you've been following me for a while, you know as this was developing this wedge, I was sharing it to you. And then when it got done, I shared with my Patreon member that's there. So you could join my Patreon page if you want to get notifications earlier. That I was bullish. This was the setup for the bullish entry. Yep, nice. We broke out above here. Look at this, another breakout. Very nice. feeder cattle for the monthly, higher high, higher low. Again, smaller trading range. Interesting. Again, they might be just resting after the violent moves. That's why the smaller trading range. So for the week, here's suspicious. Yeah. Huge shadow on the top, small body here, broke above, back inside this consolidation, but still building staircase pattern higher high. Lean hog monthly. Oof. Another huge trading range. Did take out that prior high, sold off, broke below this midpoint here. Wow, very, very interesting. Something must have happened, obviously, to bring prices down. I wonder what the news event was. Interesting. Let's put this on the weekly. And if you're in the Oriental countries, and if you're aware, the hogs that a lot of farmers grow, they typically sell for a higher price into the holidays near the end of the year. Or again, a lot of farmers are raising the pigs early in the season, investment capital, and they're hoping to sell them a higher season. Well, see what happens, because that could hurt their local economies, because they are spending money throughout the year for feed, water, and sometimes they hire helpers to maintain them so they can keep their main job. Wow, already look at that. Broke below the inside candle last week, going into this fill this gap. All this, wow, massive consolidation there. But again, also don't forget there's lockdowns in China and transportation issues, because when you have lockdowns, what do you have working for you? So there could be less demand. Interesting. Okay, enough on that. Many thanks for watching. And if you haven't, please subscribe and click the bell if you want to get notifications when my next videos are posted.